This is a more medium-sized skink, so they usually attain sizes of anywhere between 12 to 16 inches. Boys and girls are a little bit different size. Very beautiful cheek pattern, awesome scalation on the back.
Welcome to the Tye-Dyed Iguana, guys. I'm Eric. I'm gonna show you guys some fish. So first thing, we did get some more angels in. Some gold severums. Thought I put something cool in here, but I can't remember. Oh, yeah, we got in some more ghost glass catfish. Another platinum white crown tail. Those have been very popular lately and doing really well. We did get some really nice orange shrimp over here. And also a few glowfish sharks, which my favorite ones are the blue and red. Those are the ones we got in today. Over here, we got a few new blue rams in. Really nice, good color on those guys today. Down here, we got in some more albino Polypterus senegalis. So pretty common, well, pretty popular fish. Those guys get really cool looking, kind of look like an albino snake. So really, really awesome for sure. Over here, we got some more Starlight Plecos, which have also been extremely popular lately. Really cool color. They are a bristle nose, so they don't get very big. Really nice dark black color with some really nice white speckling throughout them and kind of a white tail as they're young. Over here we got some zebra brown plecos. Really cool, nice colors to them. Really cool banding. Down here we did get some yo-yo loaches. If you kind of look at them close, it looks like they say yo-yo over and over down their body, which is pretty awesome. In here with some of my guppies, I got some of my favorite danios. They're the glow light danios. Have some really cool barring on them as well as some nice orange stripe. Over here, which is kind of hard to see from the front of the tank, I have my gold wrestling half-beaks. You kind of have to look up at them. They tend to be a top swimmer, which is really cool. They are alive bears, so they breed a lot like guppies, but the reason they're called wrestling half-beaks is the males will kind of fight each other in a wrestling manner whenever they're breeding. Up here, we did get some night gobies, which are a pretty interesting goby. They just look really awesome. Along with those, we did get some leopard satina pomas, or the leopard bushfish. They kind of remind me of like a small crappie or something like that. They look really cool though, get really cool colors as they mature. Up here, we got some Synodontis eupteris, or the featherfin Synodontis. They do get a pretty decent size, get a pretty large dorsal. They have this really awesome kind of feather fin to them, which is really cool. Over here, we got in some upside down catfish, another species of Synodontis, but they tend to swim upside down, hence their name. So really cool kind of to watch them move around throughout the tank. Right now, they tend to kind of hang out in the corners in a weird manner, but they're pretty awesome. Over here, we got a bunch of Odessa barbs. I love Odessa barbs. Right now, they're not super colorful when they're young, but as they mature, they look amazing. We did get a few Bolivian rams in. Also, another favorite lately is the blushing white skirt tetras. So over here we have some of the Thai micro spider crabs, something we're not able to get a hold of very often, but definitely really awesome. You can put them in with shrimp, any of your like nano tanks. They do a great job just kind of hanging out in the plants and kind of scavenging around. So definitely something cool to kind of add to any of your shrimp tanks, or if you're starting a new tank, something to maybe add to it. All right, that's it for me on the fish. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass you over and see some of our featured animals for this week.
Thanks, Eric. Hey guys, it's Colin. I'm going to show you all this week's featured animals. So over in the invert corner, we have the tailless whip scorpion. These guys are super cool if you're looking for that unique invertebrate. So our next featured invert, we have the true emperor scorpion. Haven't seen these guys in a long time in Tye-Dyed Iguana, but we have them. They are super cool, definitely more hard to find in the hobby nowadays. These guys are captive bred too, which is really awesome. They of course obtain the really large size, which people love. The emperors, although these seem to be a little bit more feisty than the Asian forest scorpion. If you're looking for a tropical scorpion species, these are absolutely awesome. And if you look, they have that really unique texture on those front claws. Absolutely just a cool animal. All right, on to my next exciting invertebrate for all of our tarantula lovers. We got a striped knee tarantula. These guys are super cool. They attain a modest size of about 5 to 6 inches. A South American species, so if you want a more docile New World tarantula, this would be great for you as a starter. They are primarily terrestrial, but they do climb a little bit. These guys are super cool, and of course they have that very pronounced pattern on their legs. All right, so our next featured animal this week, it's not a fish, but it is a sandfish. So this is the Egyptian sandfish. These, of course, are an awesome lizard. but you'll see why they get the name sandfish. These guys are absolutely super streamlined, and you look, they have that kind of shovel nose face. Insectivore, of course. They like a more desert, dry environment. These guys are super cool, and as you can see, they can be generally pretty tame and modest size, so these can be kept in like a 20-gallon, decent-sized tank. They can be speedy when motivated, but generally with gentle handling, they're pretty docile. But let's take a look. Let's see what he does when I put him back. So silly. On to our next featured animal this week. We have, of course, another African skink species, the Schneider skink. So these guys have, this one in particular has an awesome, gorgeous pattern. This is a more medium-sized skink, so they usually attain sizes of anywhere between 12 to 16 inches. Boys and girls are a little bit different size. Very beautiful cheek pattern, awesome scalation on the back. Generally a very docile skink as well with nice handling. These are an insectivore as well, but they will eat a small amount of plant material in the diet as well. And this one's being just super calm. Schneider skink, one of my favorite lizards for sure, especially if you're looking for a smaller species. These guys are awesome. All right, on to some more of our featured inverts this week. We have the giant African golden millipedes. So this is the same species as our African giant black, but this is a different subspecies or phenotype. So these guys have a more golden rich mahogany color to them, not quite as dark as their counterparts. And then we also have the Floyd's scrub millipede. These are a smaller species, very unique as well. If you're looking for a unique millipede, these have a really nice chocolatey brown color, and they're pretty decent size. All right, for our next featured reptile this week, for all my Phelsuma lovers, we have the giant day gecko. These guys are super colorful, obviously, and they can be quite personable with tongue feeding and some hand training conditioning. In general, more of a display animal than a handler, but these guys show a very unique personality, and of course, they have those beautiful red coloration on the back. Really cool. All right, so for all my amphibian lovers out there, we have the red-eyed tree frogs available. These guys are super duper cool. They're obviously one of the most famous frog species in the whole world. They have those beautiful red eyes. They are nocturnal though, so he's just catching some UV rays during the day here. But these guys, super cool, and they do attain a modest size, usually about anywhere from 2 to 3 inches. So these are really awesome in a planted or bioactive terrarium as well. Yeah, red-eyed tree frogs. All right, on to our next amphibian. One of our featured animals for this week, we have the chubby frog. So these guys originate from Asia in the wild. These guys are more of a fossorial slash burrowing frog species. But as you can see, they do have some of this beautiful caramel coloration and patterning. These guys can also be quite personable too. In general, remember, amphibians, not much for handling, but very unique pet to have an awesome terrarium with and feed. So if you're into amphibians, the chubby frogs, definitely check them out. PU, who cut the cheese? Skunk geckos are one of our featured reptiles this week. These guys are super cool. These, of course, are an Asian species. Completely awesome. Definitely more arboreal type of gecko, so they love plenty of coverage and you know, having access to plenty of places to hide. They of course are nocturnal, so you can see those very prominent eyes and that slit down the middle for absorbing as much light as possible. Very unique gecko too, and you see why they get that trademark name skunk gecko for that very prominent striping that runs down the body there in the center. These guys super cool. Can be kept in a group in the proper setting, but fine by themselves as well. Skunk gecko, one of our featured reptiles this week. If you guys want to check any of these guys out, come in and see us. Have any questions, drop us a message online or see us in store. Have an awesome day.